Hello everyone, this is Calico Kate and I do appreciate you spending time with me today. I am working on my creative daily journal. I'm all caught up. I'm working on yesterday's. Show you a little bit of what I've done. This was the 10th, which was last Saturday's, where we went out to eat and all that. And then Sunday, I had an Aloha bar and some Skinny Girl and some banana Foster tea, which tastes just like banana bread. And then this is Monday, a lot of writing, not much other stuff, but I found Oreo cookies I could have. But that was a treat. I cut up some paper, so I put that on there. I did a live that day, opened up new glue. Here's my ticket for the cookies. This is what I opened up. That's when I got all the pins and stuff. I don't know if this is airing before or after that other one. And then this, see, that was on Monday, and now I'm doing Tuesday because today is Wednesday. So this is because the bow is Emerson cheered during the varsity game. They had a little cheer clinic. I cut these out, and so I thought that'd make a cute little writing space. I went through magazines, cut those out, so I thought I might use them. I also have her, so I can use them or not use them. I don't care. We went and watched our girl play. You probably heard me talk about her. She is a freshman playing on the varsity. She's like sixth man. Gotta get some. I want to put her number on the ball. And this will be the last time we get to see her play. We have joked with her mom that we're bad luck because every time we go to one of her games, they lose. And last night, talk about watching exciting games. They won by 3. JV boys, I think, won by 1 or 2. Varsity boys lost by 2. I mean, every one of them were, don't miss anything. Exciting, exciting, exciting. During the halftime of the little girls of the varsity girls is when Emerson cheered. Smart fundraiser. If you're doing cheerleaders and they need one, charged each little girl $20. Had them for an hour. They got a free t-shirt. And made $1,000. That's a lot of little girls for a little bitty town. But they opened it up to, now you've got to remember, there's only like, I think in Emerson's class there's 40 kids. So, you know, if you're in a large school, it's going to be a totally different thing. I'm going to cut out Kirsten's number again. And, but they made $1,000 for not a whole lot of work. Now, I mean, there was some prepping and all that. Don't get me wrong. But did you see I fixed my glue? I have worked and worked on that yesterday. It's now doing what it's supposed to do. But very exciting. And those are the fun games to get to go to. So I told her mama to make sure she keeps us informed of how the rest of the game. The teams they were playing yesterday are state rated. Not really high, but they're state rated. And so, or state ranked, or however that goes. And I think that's all I need. I'm just keeping it here in the little cubby I've got here, stuff I don't know where else to put like that I know I'm going to use again. But now this side, I'm going to write on this side, and like I said, there's not much to write, but I can pull another tag out because, you know, we know I have plenty and plenty of tags. I wish I had some tiger paw prints, but I don't. So that might be something I need to put on my shopping list to see if I can. Do I have any blue? I do have some blue, so let's get rid of those. It's light blue, don't have dark blue. Isn't that? It's royal blue and white are our colors. Nobody wants those, so. But anyway, it was a really fun evening. Emerson texted me before, well, we were just getting ready to walk out the door, said, "Are you coming to my game?" Her other grandparents were there and sat with us too, which was great. And it was a lot of fun. Just, oops, well, I guess that's all I'm going to use on this one right here. I think that's a sign. So, got popcorn. That's, you know, the highlight. Sat right behind a former student. I just love her. She, so much personality in her body. She has 6 kids. 5 of them are boys. They all start with BR until you get to the last one, and it's Baker because they couldn't think of another BR. So when I saw her, I said, "Oh, Amy," I said, "I thought of a BR name for you." And she looked at me because they just could not think of one. And she said, "What?" And I said, "Briggs." And she said, "Well, there aren't any more." She said, "I'm done. I am done." And I chuckled and I said, "But you guys make such cute babies." And her mother-in-law was right in front of me and Amy was beside her. And her mother-in-law goes, "Yes, they do. But we're done." And I said, "And I get that. I get that. You know, this would make," let me pull out some scraps that are just down here in a little tub. That would make a fun little tag, and I could write on that if I want to. Never want to waste a tag. So anyway, it was fun. And the thing is, at our town ball games, I taught. My husband went to school there. As I've said before, the county has 5,000 people, lot of Mennonites. Our county seat only has 1,800 people, and our school is less than 6,000 people. So, you know, there we go. I'm just gonna kind of, I don't know what they call this, loosely cut this out so that I have just a little more journaling space. Not that, like I said, I need much. So that was lots and lots of fun. Those are the things I miss when I'm gone. You know, I miss former students making an effort to come up and talk. There it is. I miss their parents, you know. Now, I am out of the loop on who all the kids are. So Andy has to tell me, and he tells me by who their parents are. And a lot of their parents I had, a lot of the parents are new, you know, families are new. And I need a pocket. If I'm going to write on this, I kept thinking I was going to glue on it, but I need a pocket. Well, I played with these yesterday. So, we'll make a pocket. I had to come up right before we left for about 30 minutes or more. Dear friends of ours, they're the ones, you know, we go to their house, they come to our house, we give them lots of, you know, veggies and those kind of stuff. We dearly love them. I had their girls in school. He was a classmate of Greg's. You know, just those couples you love going out to eat with. And he had a virus not too long ago, and it settled in his heart. And his heart couldn't fight it. And he has now gotten word they're waiting on a new heart. And they're in Kansas City and at the Heart Institute. And I wanted to get him made a card. So I zoomed up here. I was already ready because I got up and ready yesterday morning. I didn't today, but I did yesterday. And made him a card. And I punched hearts out on here. Now, Bill is a character, a fun character. I mean, he's always the one, you know, that's going to make you laugh and all that kind of stuff. So my card said something to the effect, I heard you needed a new heart. And then out of all kinds of different paper, including this, I put, will one of these work? And so that will give him a chuckle. That's what he needs, is a chuckle. He doesn't need, oh, woe is me, you know, those kind of sentiments, because that's not him. He's the kind that needs, this is with all your heart. I'm debating if I want, because I'll write in there. But anyway, he will chuckle at that. And that's the important part. His wife texted the DAR group that it is all now in God's hands. They found a heart, and for some reason it had to go to someone else. And he's got a few things going against him. And one being the fact he's 70. And they're in fear that not fear, because they would not want to take it from a young child. But he needs the heart. He has to have the heart anybody can use. It's the only one he can use. And so that makes it rough. See, anyway, my point is I would appreciate all prayers for Bill. And we're all praying God's will be done. You know, it's rough. I don't know why I don't have anything on there. Anyhow. I was at I bought some stuff at Hobby Lobby. Then was at Dollar General the other day and saw that they had it. I was like, really? I'd have bought it from Dollar General if I'd have known that. Oh well, live and learn. I almost bought another one, but I have a huge roll of bling. It's the black bling with the little silver things on it. They must be super easy to make because you see them everywhere. And that's the only three-dimensional thing I'm going to put on there. I'm going to... Do I want to back? I think I do want to back this. Because that red will be hard to write on. Now, Allison at AJ's Inspired Life is doing an item of the month that's crayons. And I've not been doing it because I knew I couldn't finish it. Now I got glue all down the front of me. And so I haven't been doing it. But I made clip art. And that basketball needed to be an appropriate color than black and white. So I colored it and I thought, well, I have one day using it. So, hey, there's that. And then I think I am just going to use this for the tag. So I don't have ribbon in there making it bumpy. If you don't save business envelopes, you're missing a great art supply. There, I'll stick that in there. And then I have her, and I'm going to stick her down in there. And you guys won't all see it, but I know it's there. Or oops. Yeah, I'll just stick her in there after I write on it. Now, I've lost my glue pen, as usual. There it is. I wouldn't lose that if I put it in my mouth and stuck it back in. Now, some people put a magnet on the side. Maybe that's what I need to do. Now, for today, I'm not going to fill out today's. Today, I just have one page. What appears to be the end is usually the start of a new beginning. So, I'll keep that. I'm doing lots of laundry today. So, I'll put this on my sticker paper so that I can put it on later. I'm not going to clean. I'm not cleaning before we leave. No need. The kids will be tracking in and out to use the bathroom. And my ladies coming to paint will wear their shoes in and out. Now, if they make a mess, they're good about it. They'll clean it up. But still, I'm not going to worry about it. Now, we'll clean the bedroom after we pull everything out. And gonna kind of tidy up while we're chatting. And wipe down the walls a little and that kind of stuff, but I'm not going to sweep and scrub my kitchen floor and stuff like that. However, if we weren't going to be gone so long, I would, because I hate coming back to a filthy house, and I can't do it. But in this circumstance, it is what it is. We're going to have furniture out in the living room, and we're going to have furniture everywhere. So I'm not going to worry about that. Just thought real quick I'd show you what I was working on that left such a mess. I started making a masterboard book. This is just a children's book given free from the United States Coast Guard. And I made this one. I just did strips. And then I've done this. And well, see, that came off again. I've been so, nope, it didn't. Need to take off that little bit of glue there on the end so it doesn't get down into my, and so this is what I did. Well, you know, sometimes you just gotta be smarter than the glue bottle. So I've got that page done, and I've already done one of these. I'm probably not going to show you. They're not that exciting. But whenever I come up and just want, see this, I've got to trim around it, glue and paste, this is what I do. And this is going to be a short one because it's a children's book. I may do the other sides of them, or I'll just get another old magazine or a book or something not very thick, because it really bulks it. But I'll just keep all this in here for right now. I cut these out to use with it. See, there's a heart that I made for Bill. And I'll just keep these. See if I've got a paper clip. Oh, I've got one of these thick ones, so I'll just do it all together. And over here, this is a better size, I think. And I'll just clip it and keep it on this book. You guys, I'm cold. It is very windy. Greg had to go over to George's, to the other farm, do something, and I said, well, be careful you don't blow away. He came back and he said it was hard not to blow away. Told him if we just stood outside we could fly to Florida for free. So I am just going to set that in there, and another day when I come up and I just want to paste and glue, I can do that. I'll put this in my small scrap box, and I'm going to count that all good. So you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for coming. If you're new, I'm so glad you came by. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. Have a wonderful day, and always remember, you have a purpose.